let me tell you something. I really am proud of the Nets for putting their foot down, for saying, no, we're not going to deal with this half on, half off. The only thing that bugged me, he's still going to make $17 million sitting at home.
Kyrie Irving has always been a go against the grain, a different.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's square and they're UFOs.
Yep.
And so we're about to find out, Kyrie Irving, do you really, really believe this, or are you grandstanding? Choice is yours, bro.
The bottom line is he cares more about grandstanding for this fantasy community than he does about winning a championship. That cannot be argued no matter what side you're on.
This is some of the stupidest nonsense I've ever seen. Your position is that you're going to sit up there and compromise the championship aspirations of an organization you signed on to represent. You're going to compromise all of that because you want to give a voice to the voiceless. And how is that going to work out for you, Kyrie Irving?
Well, you can see how the media did Kyrie dirty. We've been talking about it the entire time. Let's look at the other side of the, hey, I don't want to get the vaccine. Let's check it out.
Are you vaccinated, and what's your stance on vaccinations?
Yeah, I've been immunized. You know, there's guys on the team that haven't been vaccinated. I think it's a personal decision. I'm not going to judge those guys.
All right, there it is. So we have reported on this pod all the smoke that everyone has had for Kyrie Irving for making a personal decision that impacted as far as his career, financially, impacted him and him alone, right? He made a personal decision and he got so much smoke from everyone, from politics to sports newscasters to just random people who know nothing about COVID vaccines or even sports, just giving him smoke. So now Aaron Rodgers, he was asked the question, were you vaccinated? He lied and basically said he was immunized, which is, yes, I am vaccinated. And he caught COVID-19.
And I feel like Kyrie got blasted because he was so outspoken about it, about his stance. And the reason that people came at him is because his stance was counter to what the mass agenda was, right?
But when you say he was outspoken, he was just honest. Aaron Rodgers lied.
Right, but then there's also the point where he's saying he wants to be the voice of the voiceless. So when you start giving speeches like that, you start making statements like that, you start putting yourself at the forefront, it puts you in a position to be attacked. If you want to be a leader of something, you have to be prepared for that.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So Aaron Rodgers is just a guy who lied. And the thing about it, if Aaron Rodgers was the first athlete to have been found out that they weren't, and this situation had happened first, he would have received the same type of backlash that Kyrie Irving had got because he was first. You know what I mean?
You believe that?
I honestly do, because of the way that the NFL is set up and how their image is, like, they don't want to blemish their image at all. Like the NFL is very strict when it comes to everything, more so than the NBA. And when they have a player, it doesn't matter if it's your franchise player, top guy, bottom guy. Everybody's expendable. The NFL, everybody knows that watches the NFL knows that the NFL also stands for not for long.
I'm just talking about your moral obligation to the public. At the end of the day, Kyrie and Aaron are still public figures, albeit in very different sports. They're still public figures. I may not have known who they were prior to this, but other people know who they are, and they take their cues from them. So if Kyrie is being honest about where he stands and you have another person lying, I mean, there's got to be some sort of imbalance on that. And with the imbalance, if one person was catching all the heat for just being honest, why wouldn't that heat be equal, or maybe even more so to the person who was lying?
What I believe should happen is I believe the conversation should now be shifted to Aaron Rodgers. Like Charlemagne put it in the clip, the perfect way, saying, like, And you know what? Fuck Charlemagne in this case, because I said it. The decision, everything that Charlemagne said in that clip, I said the same thing on our podcast, which is hilarious. The decision that he made affects nobody except for Kyrie Irving. Unless you are the owner of a Brooklyn Nets or you're part of the Brooklyn Nets in some way, that's the only way I could see you caring like that. But even in that case, you're not getting a paycheck from them, so it's not going to affect your life. You know what I'm saying?
Like that, yeah,
it doesn't affect. But see, Aaron Rodgers now coming out and lying and doing all of this, that does have an effect on people now because he's putting out an image. Yeah, he's putting out an image that is false and saying, and now there's kids watching it to saying, oh, if Aaron Rodgers is lying about it, I could lie about it too. Why do I got to be honest? As dumb as that may sound, believe me when I tell you there's kids that's watching this saying that right now.
100%.
You know what I mean? So you gotta, I believe, and I want the conversation to now shift. Let's shift the conversation to an athlete who deserves that type of backlash.
Yo, thanks for watching that video, making it all the way to the end. You made it this far, you have to like, please subscribe and comment on the video as well. Join the conversation.
Absolutely. We finally hit our goal of 500 subscribers. Yes, we are trying to get to 1,000, and we can only do that with your help. You can start by watching that next video. You see that tiny little icon? Click on that icon, rinse and repeat. Deuces.
Deuce.